Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The death of Raila Amolo Odinga has left the ODM party almost in shambles, with the wrangles that many are asking what will be the end result of all these wrangles. It has not only left wrangles within the ODM, but the Odinga family also seems to be reading from different pages. That is after Winnie Odinga confronted her uncle Oburu Odinga in front of the ODM supporters, and she wondered whether Oburu has got the capacity to lead the ODM party as they manage the broad-based relationship. Now, it is not a matter of whether there are cracks in the party, but the question now is how will they maneuver to manage the wrangles within the party? Now, several people are giving pieces of advice and they're suggesting what exactly can be done. But Mutahi Ngunyi, the man of the tyranny of numbers, wrote a certain tweet that is very fishy, if you ask me. And I want us to look at this because Mutahi is now working for William Samoei Ruto. And Mutahi Ngunyi is one of those people who are trying to shape the opinions of many. That is, if you follow his script and you identify with these political ideologies. Now, the first tweet that Mutahi Ngunyi gave is, "It is not a tragedy that Raila Odinga died. It will be a tragedy if we let die what Raila left alive in us. A burning fire for country. Raila fought the good fight, finished the race, and kept the faith." And I want to read the last one because that is where I have a problem. Mutahi says, "Now Ida Odinga must stabilize the ODM ship. Winnie Mandela did it. Why not?" And if you've been following the politics around the ODM, you connect it to the family succession politics, you will understand where Mutahi Ngunyi is driving to. The second tweet is this: "Unless a grain of wheat dies, it does not bear fruit," and is quoting from John chapter 12 verses 24. ODM must die for it to live, not in shame but in strategy. It must bury its old myths and glory to save the spirit. ODM must commit suicide at zero option, and its rebirth must be led by young Turks. Eco swelling. And I want us to dissect what Ngunyi Mutahi is trying to tell us, because you connect the first tweet to the second one, you will understand exactly what he wants. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time and click the notification bell. Please don't watch the video and go without subscription for us to grow as a family. Share and like our videos. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know that Ngunyi Mutahi is working for William Ruto. That's a fact. William Ruto would really wish, or William Ruto wishes, that Oburu stabilizes that ship. Why? Oburu understands their broad-based thing against the chagrin of many others. In fact, the ODM party is now divided. There is this group that does not want Oburu because they feel the party has been hijacked by Oburu, Wandai, Joho, Oparanya, Gladys Wanga, and that group. There is that other group that feels we need to rescue the ODM. Now, William Ruto wants Oburu Odinga to lead the party because he feels he's very shaped as they try to implement the broad-based relationship. So for Ngunyi Mutahi to come and start telling Ida Odinga to lead the party, understanding so well that Oburu Odinga was given the mantle unconstitutionally, though, he is trying to rock the boat, because he understands that the moment Ida directly or indirectly starts a confrontation with Oburu Odinga, then that will be the end of the ODM party. He's deliberately suggesting that Odinga takes it up. And he knows very well that the moment Ida would want to lead the party, Oburu will not agree. Leadership is sweet. And you connect it to the second tweet, because he knows very well the death of the party begins when people start bickering and altercations. And what a better way to kill the party is when the Odinga family start bickering. How? Ruto would want a situation where ODM maybe is disintegrated into places so that he can now approach the Western on his own without passing through any other person. He used to pass through Raila. He wanted to go to coast, it was locked. He could not, he could not go alone. If the ODM starts bickering between, the Raila family and the Oburu family, people will run away. They will say, if that is the issue, we as the Coastarians, we have our party, Western, we have our party. And he suggests that unless a grain of wheat dies, it does not bear fruit. So he wants that ODM to die. The death of ODM is to allow William Ruto, according to him, to come in and let them bury what he calls the old myth. Like they must go to maandamano, you understand? And they must now stay in government without any maandamano and eat the fruits, the seats that they will be given and all this. And that is my interpretation. ODM must commit suicide. Not in shame, but in strategy. What strategy do you think he's talking about? Just join hands with William Samoei Ruto. And he's saying this at a time when there is already acrimony within the party. If you are Odinga, would you take that piece of advice? Because we already know the people suspect that when Winnie Odinga confronted the uncle, it was Ida who was pulling the strings. I opined on this channel that there is a possibility that Ida and Winnie were so close to power that before Ida did anything, he could consult them. But now Oburu Odinga is his own man. He does not go back to consult Winnie or Ida Odinga. There's a possibility, and I'm saying there is a possibility, that maybe Dr. Oburu is consulting his sons, like OOKO, and this can bring some kind of suspicion, because Ida and Winnie feel that you could even find out that most of these policies that were being implemented emanated from Winnie and Ida. They had a hand in them. Now they are no more because Oburu is not obligated to consult them. Winnie feels that there are things they used to share with Baba, and maybe she wants to take over the party. They feel if William Ruto takes over the party, they are not sure whether William Ruto will stabilize this party. And this is the reason. William Ruto only wants this party for a short race. After 2027, he only wants to clinch power, to retain his seat. After that, he will have nothing to do with that party. Whether it crumbles, it will be none of his business. That is just a political vehicle to get to second term. And we at the group feels that we need a party that will live for posterity. We are not looking at a short-term, kind of dream. Ruto wants a party that he only crosses over. It is like a bridge that we will use to cross over to 2027. Once that is done, he won't care. And Mutahi's suggestion really corroborates that, because many people feel that if they join hands with William Ruto, it will be political suicide, because they feel Ruto will kill it. But this is what Ngunyi is telling them: you can kill it and start afresh. What will be your interpretation? Because if Ida Odinga begins this war, and I really suggest that this war begins indirectly. Why? When Odinga told Oburu Odinga that the only solution to this is take people to the NDC. If the people decide at the NDC level to install Oburu as the new leader, so be it. But you see, being picked, and Oburu is telling people that, I didn't even campaign for this. The ODM people saw it fit to bestow the leadership of the ODM on me. That should not be the issue. That was temporary to stabilize because there was a lot of scramble for ODM. Now let him take people to the NDC. Let the ODM decide. Oburu has got experience and wisdom. The process is what we are talking about. If the people, the delegates, decide to give him, so be it. He will stabilize that ship to the end.